Hamster Holmes on the right track. Hamster Holmes held up two pencils. What do you think, Dr. Watt? Which pencil is longer? He asked his firefly friend. Remember that things are not always what they seem. Dr. Watt scratched his head. Dr. Watt used Morse code to get his point across. He blinked his light on and off to form the dashes and dots. A long flash of light was a dash. A short flash of light was a dot. Dot, 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 dash, 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 flashed Dr. Watt. He pointed at a pencil. Actually, Hamster Holmes said, the pencils are the same length. Holding them in a T shape just makes one seem longer. That is when Springy Beaver, a famous inventor, dropped by. His hat flew off his head and landed on the coat rack. You invented a hat that hangs itself up? Hamster Holmes asked. Springy nodded and said, but I'm here because my tools and notebooks keep going missing. I thought I was imagining it because they always turn up again. But yesterday I found paw prints. I think someone is stealing my ideas, Springy went on. We're on the case, Hamster Holmes said. Let's go solve a mystery. They walked to Springy's home, which was built over a spring. They noticed prints on a window. Did you find prints in that room? Hamster Holmes asked. Yes, in my workshop, Springy said. The workshop was full of inventions powered by springs. Springy pointed out the prints. They matched the prints outside. Hamster Holmes searched for clues while Dr. Watt did a detailed sketch. Suddenly there was a crash. That noise came from my garage, Springy said. My secret invention is hidden in there. They raced to the garage. The suspect was gone but left fresh prints in spilled paint. Hamster Holmes asked Springy if anything was missing. Nothing springs to mind, he replied. How odd. Dr. Watt did a quick sketch while Hamster Holmes followed the trail. Where does that door lead? Hamster Holmes asked. To the indoor dock, Springy said, but I built it so I could sail right into my house. They ran to the dock, but the trail of prints ended by the water. If you can sail right in, a thief can sail right out, said Hamster Holmes. If we hurry, maybe we can catch the suspect. This is my fastest boat, Springy said. Hop in. It didn't look very fast, but when Springy began to pedal, they sped off. There were no other boats nearby. If the suspect had traveled by boat, we would have caught up by now. Or he or she must be a good swimmer, said Hamster Holmes. Dr. Watt nodded. Or has a submarine, Springy added, always thinking like an inventor. Indeed, began Hamster Holmes. I'm sorry we lost the trail, Springy, but we'll keep working. That night, the detectives looked in a book about animal tracks. They hoped to find an animal whose track matched the prints and who could swim. Soon Dr. Watt found tracks with the same shape and number of toes as the prints found from the workshop. Ferrets! do make tracks like these, said Hamster Holmes, but they are not strong swimmers. Next, they looked at the sketch of the print in the garage. They looked different from the ferret's tracks. These look like weasel tracks. Weasels like to swim. So we have two suspects, said Hamster Holmes. A ferret and a weasel were here. Springy asked the next day. Hamster Holmes explained that they wanted to take a closer look since the weasel sketch was rushed. Dr. Watt did a detailed sketch and they went on their way. The detectives needed to think, so they went to the wheel. While Hamster Holmes ran, Dr. Watt compared the first sketch of the weasel prints to the new, detailed sketch. Dr. Watt flashed a message. Hamster Holmes stopped running. Yes, he said, things are not always what they seem. This mystery is solved. They went to tell Springy the news. In the detailed sketch of the print in the garage, Hamster Holmes explained, there are lines around the weasel print. Dr. Watt hadn't noticed them when he did the quick sketch. What does it mean? Springy asked as they walked to the garage. It means that weasels are not always weasels, Hamster Holmes hinted. In the garage, there was a young ferret. Who are you? Springy asked. And where is the weasel? The ferret looked scared. I'm Alice, she said quietly, and this is all a big mistake. The ferret made the weasel prints, Hamster Holmes said. Springy was confused. Alice showed them her sandals. The soles make fake weasel prints, she confessed. I invented them and stepped in pinch to throw you off my trail. I'm so sorry. Hamster Holmes said they knew the prints were fake when they saw shoe marks around each one. They need work, she said. It's quite clever, said Springy, but if you have a great idea, why are you stealing mine? I wasn't stealing, Alice said. I was learning. She had studied his nose, practiced with his tools, and even made flippers to help her swim to the dock entrance to see his boats. I want to be an inventor like you. You already are, he told her. I wish you had just asked me. I love teaching and I could really use your help with something. Alice's face lit up. Springy said, "Ta-da!" and showed them his secret invention. A springy submarine. Alice gasped. Then she asked Springy to explain how it worked. Hamster Holmes smiled and said, I suspect you two will enjoy working together as much as Dr. Watt and I do. The end.